Hampton, thank you. Al-Qaeda has confirmed the death of its number 3 in command, Sheikh Saeed al-Masri, who U.S. officials say was killed by a Predator drone strike in Pakistan. Al-Masri is a founding member of Al-Qaeda, known as its chief money man, and someone in regular contact with Osama bin Laden. Jack Rice is a criminal defense attorney and former CIA officer. Jack, the obvious question, what does this mean for Al-Qaeda?
Well, it's a huge deal because we're talking about logistics here. I mean, this is the ability to reach out and do things. But al-Masri also did something else. He was really the middleman between al-Qaeda and what we find going on in Afghanistan itself with the Taliban, because it's a different organization altogether. He's also a Pashtun speaker. He was also apparently connected to Mullah Omar. So there are a lot of connections there. The ability to reach out and do something is what logistics people support. If you don't have the logistical support, you can't operate. So this is a huge blow.
So what does it mean for the United States, conversely?
Well, I think on our side, it means sort of where do you go next? I mean, we've seen changes in how al-Qaeda has tried to operate, how the Taliban has tried to operate. They've sort of, for lack of a better word, dumbed down some of the operations that they have done. This may be slightly tied to that. The focus will continue to be stopping the ability of al-Qaeda to not just spread, but to operate. That's what this focus is. Now, by the way, there is one slight twist to this. According to at least one report, along with al-Masri, his wife, his 3 daughters, and at least a grandchild, plus several other civilians were killed in this. And there are a lot of people questioning just how many, essentially, civilians, innocents, should die in order to take a bad guy down. And that's an ongoing debate because, of course, we're trying to convince the Pakistanis and the Afghans to support us. The more innocents die, the harder it is.
And one more question, really, about Osama bin Laden, because we don't talk about him the way we used to, and yet he is the most wanted still. Does this mean that our intelligence is better, that we could be any closer to finding him, or is it not necessarily relevant at all to the search for Osama bin Laden?
It may not be, because what we're finding now is a continued separation between Zawahiri, that's the number 2 man, and Osama bin Laden, and the rest. This continues to put more separation. Remember, I mean, you and I can think back now, how many times have we taken out the number 3 guy? I mean, we've heard this in Pakistan, we've heard this in Afghanistan again and again, and so this is a very dangerous place to be. It doesn't necessarily make it any easier for us to take out that leadership.
Jack Rice, always good to see you, Jack. Thank you.
Thank you.